If you can understand what I'm about to say, thank you for the work you're doing. There is a shift in human consciousness that is currently happening, pushing humanity to disconnect and look within so that we can truly understand ourselves, so that we can better understand and heal our world for the purpose of evolution. An event that impacts our entire universe. See, we cannot heal in the same place that hurt us. For now, this shift can only be felt by those who have awakened. And it's being described through many names: ascension to fifth dimensional consciousness, the return of Christ consciousness, spiritual awakening, among other names. But all of those are just labels for that just one core happening, which is consciousness. What is consciousness? From my personal experience, when I first started experiencing this shift, it was like I finally became aware of myself, but not the identity self, the self beyond this physical, temporary body, the observer. I all of a sudden realized that what I thought to be true was not it. I had no other choice but to surrender everything that I thought I knew, which in truth were just programs, beliefs, concepts, and ideas that I had picked up along the way from others while I was looking for myself outside. I now know that I am everything, but I am also the nothing that becomes aware of itself. I can now see the interconnectedness of everything and everyone. This is how I now know that coincidence doesn't exist. It's synchronicities of an invisible network that connects all things and everyone. Albert Einstein said it best. He said, coincidence is just God's way of remaining anonymous. Now, in the coding of the Bible, and keyword coding, John 3:7, you must be born again. This is it. I felt that the person that I was had died and I was experiencing a rebirth. And at first, I thought that I was going crazy. But knowing what I know now, I was actually becoming sane in a world where insanity is considered being normal, realistic, and falling in line with the person in front of me. Yeah, no thanks. I'll think for myself and I will carve my own path. See, during this time and where your being is experiencing this rebirth, your mind truly becomes that which resembles the mind of a baby. You are now learning and observing new knowledge through frequency and vibration, which is how the mind of a baby learns in its early stages. You become aware of all energy, which can become overwhelming. Your mind becomes a receiver for new information that is now coming from within, in addition to the knowledge and experience that you have gathered throughout your life from your exterior world. Thus, it becomes a lonely path. You can now see through everything and everyone. The barriers you create are simply an attempt to respect the superficial privacy of others. This allows me to use Bayesian inference, which is a method of generating predictions based on new information, experience, prior knowledge, and belief. This is where spiritual discernment develops, as you are now operating from a state of knowing. Although belief is what creates this three-dimensional reality, belief ceases to exist in this higher state of consciousness. I describe it as direct access to God, which was once just an illusion. But once you truly get to see what God, the universe, is, which is all within you, this world then becomes the illusion. Awakened souls are now taking the lead to show others what they yet cannot see. It's acting as a wave which will eventually realize it was always the whole ocean. I call this first wave of awakened souls the Ark, courageous and strong to take the ridicule, the judgment. But let me remind you that all great visionaries, the greatest minds, the greatest leaders to ever walk on this earth were first ridiculed, humiliated, and condemned by those who couldn't see what they could. It is only now that their visions have become our reality that we praise them. There is no stopping this shift in consciousness. It is our future. We must match the frequency of where our world is headed. A beautiful world of unconditional love and unity. A world led by the heart in balance with the mind.